You downloaded a beat or a loop, but the tempo is nowhere to be found. So you can't adjust the project tempo to the beat or use musical mode for the loop. So how do you find the tempo? You don't want to tap along using this button or shift spacebar because you're not a robot and you're getting all kinds of numbers. You don't want to select the event, go to project, tempo track, tempo detection, analyze, because you also get different numbers and you can't smooth it out. So how do you find one solid tempo? For a loop, it's pretty easy because you probably know how many bars it is. So you can just set your locators to that amount of bars, go to audio, advanced, set tempo from event. Let's say yes. And this is the tempo of the loop. But for a beat or an instrumental, you don't really know how many bars it is. So I've had some fun trying to simulate the old beat calculator, and this is what I came up with. I'm gonna show you first, and then I'll explain how it works. First, set your locators to 1 bar, or however many bars you want to count later on. Then I'm gonna select 1 bar of music. You can just do that by making some cuts, but I like to do it like this. Set your snap to grid and cursor, and I'll go look for a part where I can clearly count 1 bar. It's gonna start around here. Option or Alt B or N if you're going forward to move to the first transient. Get the range tool, click on the cursor, count my bar, 2, 3, 4, stop. So it ends around here. I use Command R to extend my selection to the next hit point. Now Command T for my macro, click yes. So it gave me this tempo. I can assume it's 140. Check at the beginning of the track. And a quiet part near the end. Seems correct. So the steps you didn't see: to select a range using hit points, you can add a key command to this one, and large range to next hit point. Next, there's only 1 macro, which is this one. Crop range, because we need 1 bar worth of music, depending on how you set your locators. Switch from the range tool to the object selection tool, otherwise we're gonna get in trouble once we start selecting things. This is the big one, set tempo from event. So with the locators, you tell Cubase how many bars of music you selected, and it'll make that 1 bar, in my case, fit the selection. Then it's gonna ask if you wanna set that tempo for the entire project. That's where you click yes. Then the macro just continues by itself, locating the original file in the pool, inserting it back where it was before we cut a little piece out of it. Then it says open pool, but it's the key command to open and close the pool. So now it's closed. At this point I have my 1 bar selection, and on top of that the entire original audio file. So we're selecting those two and deleting overlaps to remove the piece we cut out. And that's it. So I hope that helped. If it did, please like the video and also subscribe, and have fun making music.